how many first calls to get a meeting? And so that was basically the question I got in my inbox. And they were very specific first calls, so not follow-up calls. We always say, cold calls today, make warm calls tomorrow. And I was like, man, I can't honestly answer that question because I've never tracked it, like first call versus follow-up calls. And I don't think that's really an important distinction to make, in my opinion, except maybe if you're trying to judge someone in their first 4 to 6 months when it's all first calls. But I think it's one of those metrics that doesn't really matter to me. Because you should always be, if you're going to call once, be prepared to call up to 5 times, right? At least in a 2 month or 1 month kind of window. So what I responded with is saying, hey, I haven't tracked that. What I'm what I have seen is takes, so he was saying it takes 500 calls to set a meeting essentially, right? First calls. And I was like, and then some other one said 100. I'm like, well, all I can tell you is my metrics, they've changed a little bit over the last 10 years, but they're still pretty similar. Now it's about 1 in 11 calls, I would say, what I'm seeing in my office to get a conversation, and still about 1 in 6 to 7 conversations to get a meeting.